Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about Dossier Fragrances once again. They are a company that I truly do love. I honestly love everything about the company. It's why I've partnered with them so many times. They are a perfume brand that offers high quality perfume for a fraction of the price. They do their own interpretations of designer and luxury niche fragrances. And they give you that quality, they give you that same fragrance, but you're not dishing out hundreds of dollars just to smell like the popular niche fragrances that are super trendy right now. And that's something I really love about them. Another thing I really love about the company is that they're certified clean. And if that's important to you, yes, they are on the Sephora clean list. And not just that, they're also vegan and cruelty free, which is something that's really important to me, especially since I work in animal welfare. So cruelty free brands are something that honestly hit close to home for me, and it's one of the big reasons why I really love the company as well. What I love about them as well is that you can try the fragrances risk-free, so you don't have to commit to buying them. And if you don't like it for whatever reason, it just doesn't work for you, it doesn't mesh with your chemistry, it's just not your type of scent, you can return the fragrance for a full refund of the purchase price. I think that in itself is super amazing. I don't know of many companies that go above and beyond in that way and really try to keep their clients happy. I just think it's super cool. Also, the bottles don't go to waste. When they get returned, they actually get donated to charity, which again is such a beautiful thing. A lot of the times when products get returned, they usually get destroyed and just tossed in the trash. And I think that's so sad, being that if things are still good, there are people out there that will still use them. And I think it's a beautiful thing that the company actually goes out of their way to donate these fragrances that get returned to actual charities. I think that's super cool and unique in its own. Their price points, like I've said, are super amazing. Their fragrances start at $29. It goes up to $39, $49, and $59. So they're a lot more affordable than your typical fragrances that you get in market. And I think that in itself speaks volumes to the fact that they're trying to make fragrance more affordable. And they're also allowing you to expand your horizons as far as like scent goes. Being that there's so many types of fragrances out there that it can be really overwhelming. Sometimes it's really hard when you want to get into fragrances. You might not know where to start. I feel like Dossier makes it really easy to know sort of what you're into, and it gives you a little entryway into the niche world by bringing you niche inspired scents at a more affordable price. I really love everything about them. I love their simplistic approach and their packaging. The fragrances come in a box like this. It just says Dossier on the front. On the inside, when you open it, you get a little card that comes with every purchase. The card basically goes over notes and gives you a little bit more information about the fragrance, like the concentration, basically a thank you, the notes, what it's inspired by, and then the fragrance just sits in here, which is super cool and something that I really love. I love their simplistic approach to their packaging. I love the simplicity to the bottles. I think it's just really cute. And honestly, I've mentioned it time and time again in all my videos. I am a sucker for the caps because they're magnetic. And if you know me, you know I love a magnetic cap. I could literally just like clank, clank. I love it. I love everything about the company. But yeah, thank you again to Dossier for sending these my way to test. Full disclosure, they did send these my way. It will not affect my review. I'm still going to give you my honest thoughts on all the fragrances and what I think about them. And yeah, that's what we're going to get started on. I have 3 fragrances that I'm going to talk about today. These are 3 newer ones to my collection. I have a men's inspired fragrance, I have a unisex inspired fragrance, and I have a feminine fragrance as well. So I have a little something for everyone. The first one that I want to talk about is called Ambery Mint. This is their take on Versace Eros. And Versace Eros, why do I always say Euros? Eros. Versace Eros. Versace Eros is one that I really love. I think it's sexy. A lot of people call it that clubbing scent, and some people think it's a little tacky, but honestly, it's a really good fruity vanillic scent. And I love it on a man. Anytime I've smelt it on a man, it literally makes me like, it's so sexy. I've worn it a few times just because I love it that much. I love this really just sexy, like fruity cocktail with this heaping dose of vanilla that the fragrance is known for, that's bright but has some depth, and it's really, really sexy. This is their take on that fragrance, and this is a really good one, you guys. In this one, you have notes of mint. You've got green apple, lemon, geranium, cedarwood, vetiver, vanilla, amber, and tonka bean. And this is pretty close. I want to say it's maybe 90% close. It's not identical to the original, but it's definitely really close. And it definitely gives you the same vibe. I did notice in this one, the green apple note is a little bit more prominent than in the original. Also, the mintiness as well. I pick up on the mintiness a bit more in this one than I do in the original. In the original, when I get that explosion of fruits, it's a little harder for me to tell that it's green apple right off the bat, just because that vanilla really punches through in the original. In this one, the vanilla is a little bit more subdued, but it's still there. I feel like this one is a more fresh, brighter version of the original. The original one is more vanillic, and it's a little bit denser, a little bit heavier. This one still has a slight density to it, but it's definitely on the brighter side of the fragrance. And I think it's really fun. I think this one is going to be really good for men to wear out in summer. It's still really sexy. It retains that I can't say it, oh my goodness. It maintains that DNA is what I'm trying to say. And I think this is a fabulous interpretation. I really do like this one, you guys. Ambery Mint, my guys out there, get your hands on this one. It's so, so good. So, so sexy. As it dries down, you do get more of the vanilla. It's just a bit brighter than the original, but it's still there. It still has that vanilla, that sexy vanilla that the original has. Now, the next one that I'm going to talk about is called Ambry Saffron. This is their take on the iconic Baccarat Rouge 540. Now, y'all know this DNA is highly sought after. It's been talked about over the last few years in the fragrance community for a good reason. It's a beautiful fragrance. And this one, you guys, is such a spot-on dupe. It's literally like the same thing. I will say the original lasts on me personally up until the next day. This one almost lasts until the next day. It will last your whole day, but it's not quite as intense in your face as the original. Although you can easily go anosmic to this one, so after a while you just won't smell it. It's still very much there. It's still prominent. People around you are still going to be smelling you. You've got notes of saffron, orange, blossom, jasmine, plum, cedarwood. You've got oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. And you guys, this is beautiful. Baccarat Rouge is one of those fragrances that are hard for people to explain the way it smells. But honestly, if I was to sort of explain it, it sits on a very light woody base, almost like a blonde wood effect with sugar, just heapings and heapings of sugar. It's almost like toasted sugar, not quite burnt sugar, but as you're toasting it and it hasn't burned yet, with a slight cloudiness that feels like cotton candy. It gives me like the fluffy effect of cotton candy or spun sugar. It's woody, it's sweet. It has sort of a slight angelic vibe to it. There's a reason Baccarat Rouge 540 is so iconic and so well loved and so talked about. It's a really beautiful DNA, and it's timeless, it's classic. There's an elegance to the fragrance that's really hard to explain, but it just smells luxurious. It smells expensive. This is what I feel like a multimillionaire would smell like. It's a beautiful fragrance, and they did an amazing job recreating the DNA and bringing Ambry Saffron into the forefront. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, easily unisex, sweet, a little woody, just all around delicious and elegant. If that's what you want to go for, get your hands on this one right here. Like, it's so, so good, you guys. Ambry Saffron by Dossier Fragrances. 10 out of 10. I really like it. Super spot on. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is Floriantel Tuberose. This is their take on Diptyque's d'Ensemble. And you guys, this is beautiful. If you are a lover of tuberose, you need this one in your collection, especially if Dosan is out of your price range. Get yourself this one. It's so, so good, you guys. Orange blossom rose. You've got that tuberose, daffodil, benzoin, musk. You've got orris as well. Oh my gosh, I wore this to work and I got so many compliments. And it's funny because I've tested out Dosan before and I had samples of it. I had a little decant and I sprayed it and I thought it was so beautiful, but nobody could really smell it on me, which was kind of a bummer. This one people were picking up on, and it was funny because they're primarily a candle company, and I got told at work when I wore this that I smelled like a really beautiful candle, and I was like dying because I was like, it's a candle, like this scent was made into a candle. But I don't know, I thought it was so good. It was so beautiful. I got so many compliments when I wore it. This would be beautiful in the summer. This is such a beautiful tuberose fragrance and it smells really natural. Just really, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. The tuberose in this almost has like the slightest green effect. It's a little bit powdery. It's not a powdery fragrance. It's just a slight powdery feel. Almost like it's a feeling that you get when you're up and close to a flower. It's almost slightly waxy, very soft and smooth. I get that sort of feeling from this fragrance. It has that natural effect. There's a slight, just slight earthiness that I'm not sure where it's coming from. It could be the orris. I know the orris might be giving me this slight powder effect, but it's just so beautiful. If you want to smell like tuberose or you're a fan of tuberose, my goodness, this is fresh, this is natural, this is just so, so gorgeous. Like, oh my god, you guys, this is so, so good. I'm a big fan of tuberose. I've got quite a lot of tuberose in my collection. This one, I'm so, so happy I have. I almost don't even want to buy the full bottle of Diptyque's Dosan anymore because this is hitting that spot. It's like satisfying that craving. I kid you not, 10 out of 10. I really like this one. I'm gonna use this a lot in summer, especially since we're going into the hottest month of the season here where I live. August is the hot one and I am not looking forward to those triple digits. So I'm gonna be utilizing this bad boy quite a lot because it's one you can wear in high heat and it's not gonna choke you out and it's not gonna choke everyone else out around you. It's gonna perform beautifully. And like I said, I already wore it once to work and it was a hit and I love this one. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are interested in trying out the fragrances from Dossier Fragrance, I do have a coupon code for you guys at the very bottom. I don't get any money from it. It is strictly for you guys. It was given to me by the company to give to you to try it out. The code is AB10. You can use that at checkout if you click the link that's listed with it down below. You have to click that link though in order to use the code. Keep that in mind. But the more fragrances you buy from Dossier, the bigger your discount is, and on top of that, get an extra 10% off. Y'all are gonna be set. Y'all are gonna be saving that coin. So go ahead and check out the website. You know, if you get 1, 2, maybe 3, check them out. Use the code. Save you some money because Lord knows it's hard coming up on money this year after everything that happened the year before. So yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say. If you guys want to get a hold of me, I will link my Instagram down below. And until next time, you guys, I hope this video found you well and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.